What's up, everybody, and welcome to Ladies First.
Yes, ladies
Hello,
first.
hello.
Welcome back, episode 4.
Cuatro.
Yes.
Yes. We are in the house yet again tonight.
Thank you.
Yes. I'm your girl, S. Scott, Sean Scott, whatever you want to call me. But I'm here.
We need you here every single
We do.
time. Every time. This is Rock, Holly Young on the medias. Come find me.
Emma Johnson, Dr. Afria Randall, aka Dr. F-R-I-E, Dr. Free.
Yes. And it's F-R-I,
Yeah,
not F-R-E-E.
not at
Get it
all.
right.
Okay.
Get it right. You're not going to find her.
I feel like we need to clarify that
Let's get
because
it.
people automatically say free and it's the word free,
Yeah, it's
but
a play off my name. My name is Afria.
I
Afria.
love saying that.
And my name is A-F-R-I-Y-I-E, so free, F-R-I.
every time you say your name, I hear like African drums
Because
in my head.
I bring the rhythm.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about that.
So my name originates from, it's a Ghanaian name. If you know your history, Ghana was colonized by the French
Okay.
men. So it has that little flavor, Afriye, or it's Afriye.
Yes,
Afriye.
yes.
Afriye.
Love
And it means born to a good life, born to a good world, blessed, overcomer. So say my name, say my name.
Right.
Yeah.
It's all
Even
in
when
the
they're
name.
around
It's
you, you
all
got to
in
say
the
her
name.
name. Let them be
That's
around you and say the name anyway.
That's it. It'll bring
Yes.
it'll bring you goodness and blessings.
Okay.
All right. So we love it.
Yes.
Afriye.
Afriye.
Yes. Shout out to our studio audience.
Hey, give yourselves a round of applause,
Yes.
audience. Yes.
Hi,
Wow.
guys.
Thank you.
We
Thank
actually
you.
have a live studio audience tonight, and they were brave enough to come out. I think our turnout suffered because of the coronavirus.
The Rona got people
Yes.
scared.
Rona.
AKA in the hood, Rona. So people were scared of the Rona. So we didn't have a great turnout. We have people here that came to support. So we just want to say thank you to you
Yeah,
guys.
the
We
dedicated
appreciate it.
folks
We
here
appreciate
tonight.
it.
Yes, thank
Yes.
you.
Beautiful,
Thank you.
beautiful.
Absolutely. So let's get into our Mocha Express.
Okay,
Mocha
it's
Express.
time.
Yes.
Let's go.
So if you haven't been a follower of the show, follow us on YouTube, by the way, at
Yes.
Ladies First
YouTube.
TV. But every show, every episode, we start off with Mocha Express. It's a segment where we talk about hot button topics at a quick pace.
Quick for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, Holly. So on point. So our first topic in the Mocha Express is obviously the daggone Rona, the coronavirus, everybody.
Right.
Yeah.
About a month ago, we tried to talk about it.
We did.
Dr.
Yes.
Bree tried to calm us all down. She's like, listen, baby, it's okay.
Mhm.
It's okay. People ain't okay.
They're
They're
not.
not.
They are freaking
They're
out.
not okay.
They are. So I need you to be okay, folks. Okay, everybody, calm down. So follow me. 1, 2, 3. Take a deep breath in, and take a deep breath out. Because if you on my job today, everybody is so anxious. You can just feel
They
the energy.
are.
It seems like in the world, in the
Mhm.
nation,
They
and
tight.
you know the social media. Every time you turn on the news, if you listen to the radio, you go into your workplace. I'm talking to my patient. They are so concerned about the coronavirus.
They are.
It is something you definitely should be concerned about, but like I said before, you just need to take proper precautions.
Mhm.
But everybody's canceling all the events. We have the NBA, the
Exactly.
NCAA,
Mhm.
all the events at
South
South
by
by Southwest,
Southwest.
Coachella
I
has
mean,
been
yes.
postponed. So
I mean, the Jazz Fest, Miami Jam Fest, right?
Mhm.
University, colleges,
Disney
online.
World shut down. Can you
All the
believe
way
that?
closed.
GRCC, Grand Valley
All the
State
colleges.
University.
All the colleges. Aquinas, Calvin.
And maybe a quarantine is
serious.
coming up next. I was in Sam's Club today, and it was ridiculous. No
Oh
toilet
my
tissue.
gosh.
Really?
Nothing.
What is it with you guys
Right. The toilet
Yeah.
paper.
That's the
stockpiling with toilet
question.
paper? It's not a GI
It's not going to save your
virus.
life either.
It's respiratory, first of all.
Yes.
So if anything, you should have been buying up a bunch of Kleenex, maybe.
Right.
Yes.
Kleenex
And,
and some
and you know what? The
Some
Kleenex was
Mucinex.
there.
Yeah.
The
Go
Kleenex
figure.
was the only thing
Go
there.
figure.
Yeah.
So
So
that was
bizarre, so bizarre. But just to piggyback off what Dr. Randall was saying, you know, I'm a nurse, so I'm in the healthcare field as well. And the fear that's rampant
Yes.
in the workplace today. I mean, the patients are scared of us.
They
because
are.
They're thinking that we're going to bring it in. They're elderly, and I work in hospice, so they have terminal illnesses, so they're immunocompromised.
Mm-hmm.
So if they catch this virus, it could end their life
Mm-hmm.
faster than,
Right.
than the actual disease that they have.
Right.
Could kill them. So we're taking precautions at my facility.
Mhm.
They're having us fill out healthcare questionnaires
Mhm.
to make sure we haven't traveled to any foreign countries.
Mm-hmm.
Or across state lines
Across
now.
state lines now. If you have a cough or a cold-like symptoms, you need to stay home for at least 14 days and get clearance by
Yes.
your PCP before you can return to work. So the health care facilities in Grand Rapids have started taking measures.
They have extreme measures in some cases.
Yes, yes. Some places have put in a lockdown.
One way in, one way out.
Yeah, and only like hospice can come in
Or EMS.
EMS.
So,
Yeah,
mhm.
so no
Yeah.
visitors and things like that.
It's really about knowing what your risk factor is too, because this corona really is only crucial for folks who have pre-existing conditions
Mhm.
and are 60 plus.
But there,
If
I mean,
you-
you have that gray area in
There's
between
gray
there. So
area where
some
you can
people
get it,
are
but you
getting
can get it and live.
You can get it
Versus
and live.
folks who are
That's
older
it.
who are
Yeah,
getting it,
and
have
we need to.
pre-existing
You
conditions
can
and
live.
dying.
Everybody's not dying, folks. So you
Yeah.
can live.
Don't let the mortality rate fool you.
Yes.
Right.
Like do the research on those numbers of who are the people that are dying.
And check
For sure.
CDC. They have the most up-to-date information.
Yeah.
And
So
that's the
again,
Center for Disease Control.
wash your
Yes.
hands for at least 20 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Cough into your
Elbow.
arm,
Mhm.
into your elbow. Throw away those tissues. Wipe down those work areas, and you'll be good. Wash your hands a lot.
Yeah. This
A
shouldn't
lot.
be news though. Like washing your hands, that shouldn't be
It
rocket
shouldn't.
science. Like we
Trend.
should
You
have
should-
been doing this already.
So if
Hello.
you haven't, shame
Yeah,
on
Y'all
you.
nasty.
in life.
You got some fecal material on
Right.
your hands.
Thank
Because
you.
we follow
That's
that social media and the news. I mean, it's hard
It
for
is.
Yeah.
people not
Yes.
to take
It is.
advantage.
In the
Yeah.
last
So-
week, Corona has had 1.1 billion with a B mentions in social media.
Wow.
Right.
I believe
Okay.
it.
Ebola has had 10 million, and Ebola has killed countless numbers
It
more,
has.
exponentially more.
Right.
So we definitely don't want to make light of the situation because it is serious, but take matters into your own hand and just be careful.
Be very careful.
We work in the healthcare field, like you said, and it is serious. So believe that, but we just want you to take care of yourselves.
Do the research.
And when all of these facilities and events start shutting down and getting closed, guess who still has to go to work? Healthcare professionals.
Yeah.
So we have to go to work, and
We
we
do.
have to work in these conditions. If people are diagnosed in our work environment, obviously they will be shipped out and quarantined, but you don't know what they left behind.
Right.
And I still have to go to work every day. So even though my dad called me yesterday and told me to go home
Not your daddy.
so you
That's
don't
not
get the
how it
Rona,
works.
I said, Dad, I can't.
That's not
I
how it
can't.
works.
So say an extra prayer for
That's
your
what I was
health
getting ready to say,
care
yeah.
professionals.
Yes,
Yes, because we still have to go to work every day.
we do.
Yeah. So this may carry on for months and months
Right.
because it is a pandemic now, meaning it's worldwide.
Worldwide.
So, and let me just add before we move on, because this was supposed to be a quick
Right.
topic.
That's
We
what's
really,
quick for us.
dwelled on it for a
Quick
few
for
minutes.
us.
But I was talking to one of my patients the other day, elderly gentleman in his 90s, and think about all the pandemics, epidemics,
Yes.
He's
He's already
economic
survived.
situations that they've already survived.
Mhm.
So he's laying in bed chilling, like, I done been through polio,
The
smallpox, the Great
bubonic plague.
Depression.
All the depression.
This is nothing. This is nothing. So some of them aren't worried about it because they've been through so much.
Yeah,
right.
But we do have some younger patients in our facility that are definitely worried about it because of social media.
Yeah.
And another thing, before we move on, I know I'm probably talking too much, but Black people, Black people, let me tell you, there's memes and things going around on social media saying Black people can't get the coronavirus.
I might have shared one or two.
Yeah.
She's a culprit.
In Melanin We Trust.
She's a culprit. Black people can get the coronavirus. I'm sorry. There's been an NBA player. He's Black. He's come out
He
publicly.
lives in Utah, y'all. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
Studio audience, do y'all have anything y'all want to add?
Any
Ask questions because we have a doctor on our panel.
There's a
that can
doctor in the
address.
house.
We got
There
a
is
question look like.
So with all the pictures being shown of Meijer and Walmart with empty shelves, should
Yes.
we be worried about a scarce of food or toiletries or anything like that?
Clearly
Should people
toilet
worry?
paper.
You know what? Honestly, I'm going to say you should, because I would say this is one of the biggest things I've seen in my lifetime. And although, like, you have the Ebola and SARS, people weren't taking them as, or they were taking them as serious, but
But
this
not
is a
here.
big scare.
Not
Yeah.
here.
They're shutting down
Yeah,
things, so
right.
that's it should give you an
Right.
inclination that something can happen. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but it looks like it's a possibility that they're pushing toward us being in our houses more, or just not going out in public more. So I think you should prepare yourself, get the groceries you want at least, or get the things you need so that you can at least have them over time. Get
Right.
those frozen foods stored up if you have a freezer. I got a whole bunch of chicken breast today
And a
for me and my mama.
And a
Oh,
rotisserie.
and a rotisserie chicken. But getting
It's
those
in the
things
dressing
seriously.
room, by the way.
Hey man, don't tell my business. But I think you should take the proper measures,
Yeah.
but don't scare yourself. But you should do that. I
Right.
think
If you're
you should.
getting low in your
Yeah.
goods, you might want to go out.
Right.
Just
fill
do
up.
it. Yeah. One more question.
Okay, so on top of you said like with pre-existing conditions,
Mhm.
you'd be more at risk. So the seasons are changing. On top of it still being like cold and flu season, does
Yes.
that put people at
And
risk as
allergy
well?
season.
It sure does. Just like we said with the elderly people, so I would say for me, sometimes those people get those cold sores. You
Oh.
know, when they start getting stressed out.
Okay.
Seriously.
Mhm.
They do. I mean, it's HSV, right? That's a form of herpes simplex virus. This is a stressful season. It's stressful time. So people be aware of that, because this is going to start. This is stressing people out. I mean, like I
Big
said,
time.
it's high anxiety energy just around. So
It is.
for cold and flu season, that is, in my opinion, a little worse than even the coronavirus, the flu, and cold symptoms. So just be careful. I mean, drink your teas, do all your herbal things that you know how to do, your home remedies. And if you're coughing, again, the symptoms are shortness of breath, right? Fever and cough. So those are the symptoms. If you see yourself going that way, be a little more on high alert than you usually do, and take the proper
Yeah.
precautions,
Because
because you
it's about being
should.
mindful for yourself
You
and the people
should.
around you as
You
well.
should. You really
That's
should.
what- because of
Right.
public health initiative,
Yes.
and it's like you have to be mindful not only of your own well-being, but those who you are interacting with as well
You
on a daily
should.
basis.
Yes, and be careful when you're going out in public. I was at the gas station today and had to really stop and take a second thought, because I was getting ready to just grab the gas pump. But thankfully, every time I come home from work, I got some gloves
Tucked
Yeah.
away.
in my pocket, because I'm a top flight nurse, and I always have gloves, and I always have a pair on my way home.
Yes.
Not on purpose. I'm not misappropriating the company's gloves. Disclaimer. But it happens. Luckily, I had those gloves in my pocket, because I stood there and I was like, I can't touch that. I can't touch that.
Right.
But I had those good old gloves, put them on.
So,
before I
but in
grabbed
in
pump.
the case that people don't have gloves, just go home and wash your hands.
Thank you.
Mhm.
You know.
Don't touch your face and all
Yeah.
that.
So
touch
just
your
do
face.
that. Don't
That's
get too
hard.
scared about it. Don't freak out. Just go to the nearest bathroom and wash your hands. Don't touch the handle on the way out.
Right.
You know,
If
really.
it's on the way
You will
out.
pay
That's
for
You
it.
know,
what
I mean,
Okay.
always
I
done.
did that
When I'm
today,
touching
and I
things
washed, and nurse like, but you just touched your hand. I'm like, dang, nabbit.
Yep,
Let's
gotta
start
go
all
on
over
that.
I
I did
did.
the same thing
For at
with the
least
gas
20
pump.
seconds, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
20 seconds.
Yes.
Yeah.
Soap and water.
So thinking
You
about
got one more
2020.
question?
Oh,
One
I'm
more.
sorry, go
Wait
ahead.
a minute.
How susceptible are children to the small babies? Because people like to touch your babies and touch their hands. in
First off, they
restaurants
shouldn't be
and
touching your
stores.
baby. So put that out there. But
It's just,
I'm sorry, doctor. Go ahead. That's
Children
my
and older
opinion.
people, is it like a
yes,
certain
usually
age limit?
usually children. It's not babies. I would say anything. You have toddlers. I would say let's go 4 figures. Now this is just. Now I'm a geriatrician. Disclaimer: 65 and up. You know, let me
Right.
put that disclaimer in
Not
there.
a
So it's
pediatrician.
been a minute, but I
Geriatrician.
mean, I'm family medicine trained. So I mean, anytime that there is a sickness, babies and older people are the most susceptible. So again, keep doing what you're doing. Don't get too afraid. You
Right.
know, keep doing what you're doing. If you weren't let people touch your kids before, do the same thing.
Mhm.
You know, again, have them wash their hands. I mean, my daughter's in the audience every day. I'm like, did you wash your hands? You know, wash your hands every time you think about it at school, because kids keep touching things. So I tell her every time she thinks about it, just wash your hands.
Just wash 'em.
Keep your hands out of your mouth. get some hand sanitizer. Just, I mean, everybody, it's like I said, high anxiety time, calm down, take a deep breath, and do what you know to do that you should be doing, and you wash your hands.
Yes.
Throw away those
Well,
tissues.
when it's all said and done, we'll be a clean America.
We
Yeah.
will.
Girl.
Right. Like, never stop washing your hands. Like, even after this past, let's just keep washing your hands,
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah.
Next
Yeah,
time.
it's a good thing
All
to do. Absolutely.
All right, we did that. Coronavirus,
All right.
ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen.
Corona
Yeah.
had a-
So 2020 has been all Corona, I feel like, so
Mhm.
far. But there's
Ugh.
more to come, correct?
Yes.
You've got more of 2020.
Well, I mean, we're approaching the end of the first quarter.
We are.
Yes.
2020. So let's give an update from the cast on how the first quarter of 2020 has went for you, starting with Dr. Randall.
January was forever. It seemed like January was all of 2020.
Mhm.
And then when we hit February 1, it started zooming past. I mean, my year's doing good. I don't know, I'm doing great. I'm feeling good, feeling great. How are you?
Okay. Well, I
Yeah.
feel like at this point you could just throw the whole 2020 away.
That hurt.
Aw.
It's been a lot. It's been a lot. I mean, things that have happened in my family, and then things like national, worldwide things. I think the death of Kobe Bryant and his daughter, and the rest of the people that were on that helicopter. I think that really affected,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
world, and just I don't know. I work in hospice, so some patients that I had an affinity to and had a connection with, obviously I know that they're going to pass away, but it's just been a lot of death around me. Some of those things were a blessing, and others were tragedies.
Yeah.
So that's always kind of hard to discern and separate the two. They kind of run together sometimes. So in the field of hospice, you have to learn how to separate those emotions and those feelings.
And that can be hard. I mean, I can say things are going great, but even as someone who works in the med field, a lot of times you're numb to it, just like you're desensitized to a lot of things, like now to killings and everything. It's the same thing with death. I have a weird connection with it. Some things like that have happened in my family as well.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Reed family. Right now we're going through something. So to all my family, cousins, prayers, absolutely.
Yeah.
But you become numb to it.
Yeah. So it's been a lot. So maybe after the end of this first quarter, things will start turning around.
Yeah.
And
They will.
because I'm looking forward to
Because you've identified it, and I think you're doing some things that we've talked about
You're doing great.
personally that you're
Yeah.
gonna overcome.
Absolutely. So that's a great thing for the first quarter of the year.
Yeah.
And so I'm not afraid to share that. So I've started therapy.
Okay.
Did it years ago and did not follow through. But now I found myself back on the couch.
Yeah.
Um,
you have to.
Yes, and it's been like the best decision I ever made in my life. So
Nothing's wrong with
Awesome,
it.
awesome.
Right.
Yeah.
yes, so
Right. It's necessary.
yes, mental health, keeping that in
Mental
check
health.
is so super important, especially in our community, because we tend to shun it or shy away from it.
Right.
Depression is real.
Yeah.
Anxiety is
Or
real.
we say, just go to the church and pray, and that's usually what we say as a community.
Mhm.
But sometimes you need that
You need more than
extra
that.
help.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm
Thank
grateful
God
for
for
that.
the people in mental health.
Yeah.
Yes,
absolutely.
definitely.
The church will
Definitely.
provide you with that spiritual guidance. However, they don't always have those tools and that mental health training. So
And most of them
kudos to you.
they should refer you out,
They
because
should.
they can't,
Yeah.
handle those things on that level. Like you
Absolutely.
said, the spiritual level they do. But I know my pastor, he refers, out to the professionals.
That's
So-
awesome.
That's great.
That's awesome.
That's great.
Your first quarter.
So my first quarter, I always look at it as a time of evaluation. So what I've
good.
done is done that, and things have turned around for me. The beginning of the year, like you said, there were some things, some losses, and they've been turned around. So the field that I'm in, we measure quarters. So I'm looking forward to this quarter to end and then go into the next. So I'm also planning a lot of things for the summer, because we were talking about the summer as well.
Yes.
So I am working on those things and excited about those things. So I would say the first quarter is wrapping up to be pretty good.
Great. Holly Rock.
So it's been up and down. January was a whole bunch of mess, and just January was 2 years long. It
Yeah.
really was.
It was
January was
long.
entirely too long. February came and went just like it always does.
Yeah.
And then March is my birthday month, so we can just stay around. So this is one. So it's been turning around since it came to March. But like you, Emma, like I am ready for the next quarter and turning that page. I'm like, okay, let's seal this off and let's start fresh. And 2020 starting fresh for me, going
this next
forward.
quarter.
All
Yeah.
right.
So excited.
Yes,
So
very
things-
excited. Things on
Not
the
that
horizons.
our ladies first. We're on to something as well. I mean, to head into
Yes.
Come on.
that next quarter.
That's what's
Absolutely.
up.
A lot of
That's what's
stuff
up.
bubbling behind the scenes. But
Mhm.
before we move on, can we give some appreciation to the hair? Your hair is like coming through today, honey. I love it.
Yes, Always.
Right.
I love it.
I feel like it turns out best when I really don't touch it. So if y'all knew what my hair routine was, you'd be really angry. Because for real,
It's
what I did
beautiful.
today is took it out of a towel and walked out of my house.
Well, it works.
Nice.
Okay.
I love it. You know, I'm a
Come through
huge,
towel.
yes, I'm a Donna Summers fan. It gives me Donna Summer teas and vibes.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna take
If
it.
a towel is all it takes.
Right.
then
Well, it's
sign me
actually,
up.
it's actually a t-shirt because towels make your hair more frizzy, so it's a t-shirt.
It's a t-shirt. Oh,
Okay.
okay. There's the secret. It's
That's
out.
it. It's a
Gotcha.
secret.
Gotcha. So summer 2020
Mm.
is approaching.
Yes, thankfully.
Yes.
I'm a
Last
summer
year
vibe
it was
person.
the hot girl summer.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have a hot girl summer last year?
I did. Yeah.
You
I
always
did.
have
I-
a hot girl
some-
summer.
Sure did. Talking about birthdays, summer is July is my
birthday,
birthday month,
oh.
so I turn up every year.
Every
It's a
year.
It was a good year.
Every year.
It was a good year.
So summer 2020,
Yeah.
the summer of vision and clarity.
Yes.
What you got popping?
Well, I'm trying to figure that out yet. I'm still mapping it out. I am, strategy is sort of with my back pocket thing that I like to do. So I am still
Mhm.
mapping it out. I've been trying to close out, like we said, this first quarter and see what's going to happen next. But summer is my time of year.
Oh yeah.
Like I
Awesome.
can't stop it. I don't know why I live here. Aside from the fact that there is no like real major natural disasters, as far as like hurricanes, earthquakes, and we're surrounded by fresh
Lowest
water,
coronavirus.
which are all the
Beaches.
good things. Yeah, lowest
Lowest
virus
corona
ever.
summer.
Hopefully it's gone.
So, but when the summer comes, I'm gonna be out and about.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do some things.
Yeah.
Got a trip. I'm planning trips, so I'm in trip mode.
Okay. Get
I'm
them
a
tickets while
little
they're
scared
cheap.
to
The
get in one of them.
corona
though,
flights.
'cause
Get the
I
Corona
need
flights
that-
while they're cheap.
I need that to clear up first before I just, I'm a little cautious with that one. But I'm going somewhere.
Yeah. Emma,
Yeah.
what's your summer looking like? Are you projecting it to be amazing?
I know
see it
she
being
is.
colorful.
yes,
I think it's
yes.
gonna be
It's
colorful.
gonna be
Colorful waters and colors.
Yes, very colorful. Normally I do an event called Watercolors in the month of June, but it's moved to August 29th. So I'm excited about that. It's a 3-day event, really a 2-day. We're going to tack on a 3rd day where we're going to do a financial piece.
Yeah.
But the
Nice.
next 2 days are really going to be fun for the city. A golf outing. We have a business expo that I know some of my ladies first are a part of. And then we're going to also finish it up at the Kent Country Club with
Okay.
a glam. I think we're going to call it Hollywood Glam.
Okay.
I can't wait.
So-
You have to be there.
I think I do.
Oh my
And
God.
you have to be there as well.
It was
And
great. last
you
year.
have to be there, and
You
you
have
have to
to
be
be
there,
there.
and you
Yeah.
have to be there.
We should
So-
give away some tickets on the show
We definitely will.
Yeah.
as
So
as we
stay
get
tuned.
as we get
Tuned.
closer.
You have to be here though to win.
It's going to be a fabulous time, wouldn't you say? We had a meeting
Yes, the
Sunday.
meeting the other day was amazing. Lots of energy and ideas and things like that. So it was
So I
awesome.
can't wait. Can't wait.
It was awesome.
gonna be
So,
great.
Stay
yeah.
tuned.
Yeah. I don't think I'm gonna have a hot girl summer this year.
What would you call it?
A geriatric summer.
Oh,
I just wanted to just be like long and slow.
long
Oh.
and slow.
No comment.
Geriatric. I want to ride my bike a lot.
No.
I'll
Yes.
join you.
Yes, I have the dopest bike. I'll post some pictures. It's pretty amazing.
Right.
But I have an amazing bike. I just want to ride my bike and just like relax, go to the beach. I don't want to do like a lot of, extra.
Yeah.
I just want it to just be easy, breezy. And
Beautiful.
speaking of like long summers, like remember our childhood summers?
Summer was forever.
What in the hell happened?
Mm.
What
We
happened?
grew up.
Life.
That's it.
Oh,
Life
We got
happens.
jobs.
God.
That's what we
Right.
did.
We
We
got
got jobs.
jobs.
Had kids.
We grew up.
We made some
We
mistakes
grew
somewhere.
up. We grew up. So it's a lot of things that I miss from my childhood summers.
Yes.
We
Yeah.
drank from the water hose.
We did.
It's probably why we didn't get the Rona.
we
The
got
Rona.
Rona.
Yep.
And all these food
We
allergies and all this
already-
stuff these kids got these days.
I did
What
try to
you
drink
do?
from the hose.
You ate dirt.
I
and
tried to
drank
drink from the hose last summer, and I was like, no, this isn't my life anymore.
Do you
I'm not-
remember people
I'm not
used
here
to
for this
eat?
anymore.
What I miss
Right.
about my summer is now and laters. What?
Oh.
I
Oh,
love
I
now
just had
laters.
some the other day, so
See?
you can still.
But now laters with the rainbow ones, it was yellow and pink, and I'll be looking for those, and they discontinued them.
I don't
But
know
you
about
remember
those.
they used to eat now laters off the ground with the dirt on
Oh.
it, everything.
Mm.
Well, it's that 3-second
They
rule.
did. I mean, it would be
That's why we
dirty, and
don't
they just
have-
wipe it off with the
That's
water.
why
and
we don't
rinsed
have
it off.
food
Right, rinse it
allergies.
off.
The audience is agreeing.
They
Oh
did.
my
That's why we
goodness.
don't have
They
food
still do that
allergies.
now.
The-
That's y'all still do that right
the
now. I can
stickiest
see it.
candies. Pick it off the dirt, like dirt, not like it was rocks
You never
on
did it
everything.
before?
Yeah, of course I did.
Oh, okay. So I would say
I've
you're
never done it.
fronting.
No, that's what I'm saying. I can imagine right
But
now.
let me tell you what you're fronting on right now,
What's
though,
up?
because
Uh-oh.
you're saying now and laters.
Not,
Now,
now
you know they
later.
call them
Now
now
later.
laters.
Now later.
Nobody says the whole
Wow.
3 words, Dr.
It's
You
not
know,
even.
I'm
It's
grown
not
up.
even an and. It's an N.
Now laters.
Now laters.
Like NOUN.
We call them non-laters.
Now?
Not with
Now
an M.
later.
No, not
I
at
just
all.
Now
had
laters.
I
some
said
the
now
other day.
laters.
Oh
Now
my
laters.
gosh.
Now laters.
Now
It was
laters.
so
Yeah,
good.
we used to put them in the microwave and melt them,
Mm.
and then put them around the end of a plastic fork or something, and make a whole
I get
big
it.
gloppy
Oh
mess
wow.
of non-laters.
Y'all made it a meal.
We used to scramble non-laters. Did you ever scramble?
We
any?
did.
Oh, y'all
Yep.
made it a breakfast.
We did.
No, I mean like scramble like outside. You get all your friends together, and you're like, I'm getting ready to scramble some non-laters, and everybody pile up or stand, and you
Wow.
throw them, and they all run.
Not at all.
No.
Not
Now,
at
one
all.
thing
no.
that I did,
Sorry,
we
I grew up
had-
on Lafayette.
we had this family that was the house, right? You always had
candy
that
house?
name. It wasn't the
Oh,
candy
'cause
house, but
we
it
had
was
a
the
candy
house.
house. You remember
And
they sold
so-
candy at the
Yes.
candy house?
Right.
Mhm.
And they had this van. It was an old van that
Oh,
didn't
Lord.
work.
Oh,
You
no,
say
this
that
is
now.
going.
You say
This
that
story's
now,
going
it's
really
like,
crazy,
that's-
real
I know,
fast.
the vans
No,
these days
I'm
are
bringing
predator
back some
vans.
memories.
What van you
Because
talking
I
about?
remember playing jacks and hopscotch, but this hopscotch, but this van we set in, and believe it or not, and played spades.
In the van. Wait a
That-
minute.
that's
Wait,
good.
what?
Y'all kids got into a
And we-
van and played
A
spades.
broken down abandoned
Abandoned
van.
van playing
No.
Played the
spades.
whole
Yes,
spades
we-
game.
We are blessed and lucky to have you with us today. Renee.
Yes.
'Cause that's
Lord.
dangerous.
And this was in
No,
Muskegon.
it was their van. It just
Was it
no
Muskegon?
longer worked.
It was in Muskegon.
It was their van, and it no longer
it an
worked.
Astro
so
Star?
the
Astro
console
Star
area
van.
that was like the table, and so we would put our cards down and we played. It was 2 in the back and 2 in the front.
Oh,
Wow.
they
Oh,
had it
good
down.
time.
Muskegon Heights, Superior. Yes.
Down. I just miss the freedom of being a kid.
Yes.
And
Yes.
just I can leave my house and then come back to my house
Safely.
safely, and nobody was worried about me. In fact, they wanted me gone. They were mad if I came back too early.
Smelling like
and
outside.
no right, smelling like outside, and feeling free and all the
Yes.
things,
You
and
just
just
had
like
to
do
be
what you
home
want to do.
before the street
When
lights
the street lights came on, you
Streetlights
better be
came
home,
on,
right?
You better get
I
home.
miss that level of freedom because
Mhm.
accountability is a mug. I
Being
like it.
the adulting,
Yes,
as they say.
it's
Yeah.
ghetto.
I miss adulting is ghetto. Let's stress that.
Yes.
But I miss neighborhoods. Like when I
Mm.
grew up, our neighborhood was close knit. We knew everybody on the
Mhm.
block.
Mhm.
We played with their kids, and we all grew up together. Our parents knew each other. I grew up on Lafayette and Grand Rapids between Burton and Griggs. So not the Lafayette Love that was like the hood, but you know, it was a little
You're a
bit
little
further
close
towards
to
the
it.
Garfield Park.
Right.
Our neighborhood was so close knit, and we all grew up and lived over there for years and years and years. I ended up buying my first house, like 4 houses down from my mom's house. My family had 4 houses on the street.
Mm.
Oh,
Like that was
wow.
part of the block.
Takeover.
On in the woods.
Shout
yeah.
out to LaFinette. But I miss that. Because
Yeah.
now I go home and my neighbors, they intentionally like try not to speak to you. They're like,
Mhm.
home did the dog. I gotta
They
pick
shut
up the
you
dog.
out.
And I'm like, oh my God. Hi, good morning. Hey, I like make them speak to me.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
your neighbors don't even want to
They
know
don't.
you. That's
You
so
close the door
crazy.
really quick.
Oh, I'm not gonna go out yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Looking
I
out.
miss the family barbecues,
Mm.
backyard, the whole family
Mhm.
over. We had this very little house. My mom had 9 children, my mom and dad, and all of us would just pile in there. Thanksgiving, Christmas, it was just
Yeah. And we spent our Sundays like going to visit.
We did,
There was
yeah.
no social media, so
Yes,
like
it
after
was
church,
actual social interaction.
yeah, after church you went to your auntie house or you
Yes.
stopped by 2, 3, 4 houses before you go home. So
It was grandma's house. They all went to grandma's house, and everybody came there.
That's
so all
true.
the cousins and all the
My
aunts and
family
uncles.
is huge, and I remember just Christmas, and we would always sing. So you wonder why I have
Right.
my family sang.
Wow.
We were everybody would get in their parts, little alto, soprano,
You know, some
tenor.
harmonies
And
up
we
in there.
did, and we used to sing.
I love that.
We did, and people played the little instruments every Christmas, and we still do it now. So it's so great when all my family comes
Oh
together.
wow.
So those are my favorite times, like you said, over grandma's house. My grandma made some peach turnovers,
Wow.
and she just could cook her little hiney off. That Lula.
Great
No.
memory.
Oh, Lula.
That Lula Reed.
Yeah. My
That
family
Lula.
had ciphers, like rap ciphers. Like they weren't singing, it was like
We
rapping.
know.
Like everybody in the family is a rapper. You know, I had my little Hot 16, and so we had like a cipher instead of singing. But if you ever want to challenge or battle,
We can go together.
or maybe we could do some family duets.
Yeah, we
Let's
can.
keep it cute.
Hey, y'all could be
Yeah,
the new
I would love to
Floetry.
see that.
Floetry.
The new Floetry. 2020
We can
flow.
do that. We can do that.
Right, absolutely. So our Mocha Express segment is supposed to be really quick and fast, but it took up like half of the show.
We never make it. We never make it.
Give it up, y'all, for Mocha Express. We got yeah, have to move forward. So, March, we are celebrating National Women's History Month.
Yes, yes.
All
Yes,
right,
all the ladies.
we're gonna let Emma take this topic.
We're going to go.
She's a
So-
lover.
Yes. That's okay. I'll be 55 in a few weeks here.
Look,
But I want to talk about some women who did something first in history because we're ladies first,
Yes.
right?
absolutely.
So all of us, we have prepared, someone. So who wants to go first? Or do you guys want me to go first?
Yes,
I want
Take
you to
it.
go
Take
first.
it.
Yes.
Okay.
Emma first.
So I told the ladies that, come on, let's dress like a person that we want to highlight. So I'm here dressed like I think, the person that I want to highlight. So my person was born in 1935,
Oh.
and she was the
Data.
first Black woman to star in her own sitcom.
Absolutely.
Oh.
Who might that be, audience?
You gotta.
What? Nobody knows that. She also played on Dynasty
Yes.
as Dominique Devereaux.
Anybody?
Yes.
Diane
Diane
Carroll. That's what's up.
I wanted to highlight her, and I thought she was just sophisticated. She was glamorous. If you know her, she was all of that, an intelligent Black woman. So I hear standing on her shoulders. And she also was a model.
Okay.
All right.
All
Yeah,
right.
let's give it up for Diana Carroll.
Diane.
Is it me? Y'all said I was next. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, we're just looking at you, so go ahead and talk.
My first woman in my life is my mom.
Okay.
Um,
Okay, go through Miss Audrey.
Listen, it was her birthday last month, and we celebrated her. But why do I celebrate my mother? My earrings are homage to my mother. She always has a good pair of earrings, and that's if you see her, she always has a good pair of earrings. And they're usually so big and gaudy.
Mhm.
That's like her
That kind of
signature.
woman,
Her
yes.
signature thing. I appreciate my mother because one thing that I take with me always is that she always taught me to be myself.
Mm.
She always said it was okay to be yourself in any, arena. She said, I have friends who, didn't go to school, and then I have friends that are doctors and lawyers, and I'm the same in front of everyone. And I remember her telling me that when I was in 7th grade.
Mhm.
I was going back and forth from my aunt's house, and she was like, do you notice that you act like a baby here, but then when you come home, you're something totally different? And I never had. I get my baby voice because at my aunt's house, I was a little baby, and they, I could get away with what I wanted to at my aunt's house. But she checked that, and it just stuck with me until now. And that is something that I appreciate her so much for. So in any place I am, you will see me dancing, and I dance next to President Obama.
Sure would.
I would.
Like
I would.
the
Like twerk.
nene,
Right.
would be the dance. It wouldn't be like,
In a little bop.
Yeah.
It wouldn't.
Yeah.
It wouldn't. So yeah,
Awesome.
Obama, come, let's dance together
Right.
with Michelle. Everybody, it's a party.
Yes.
You know, no disrespect, but I would. She taught me that, and I appreciate her for doing that.
Awesome.
That's
Let's
what's
give
up.
her a hand.
That's
Yes.
what's up.
Go Audra.
Hey, Miss Audra. Holly Rock.
All right. So my woman of influence, and I have the earrings on to highlight Africa. So my earrings are a symbol from Sankofa. And Sankofa is about going back to get it. So, whoops.
Water.
Right.
Rona.
So it's not the Rona. It's not the Rona. It's,
Cough.
it's,
You got a fever.
I'm
Making sure not,
talking about the
child.
motherland. So Sankofa is about going back to get it. So things you may have left behind or things you may have forgotten, going back to get it as a community and as a whole. So my woman is Winnie Mandela,
Oh.
and how she came through and
That's
was
good.
a Black woman leader of a country of South Africa that barely tolerated Black folks to begin with, let alone a Black woman. And just coming through and claiming her space and owning it throughout her life, throughout the ups and downs and trials and tribulations of her marriage, at the end of her marriage, and still just staying strong and staying true, and always going back to get those who felt left behind. So that's my person
Awesome. I love
is
it.
Winnie.
Let's give it
Yeah.
up for Winnie.
Yes.
Yeah.
good for
Winnie Mandela.
Hey, Winnie.
Absolutely.
Yes. So my woman of influence inspires me a different way. She inspires me musically because I love music, listen to it all the time. And she came up from the projects in Yonkers, New York, and was discovered singing an Anita Baker song in the mall. And was able to get a record contract, ended up having some drug addiction problems in an abusive relationship. But she persevered and earned the title as the queen of hip hop soul. So my woman of influence
It's
is
all coming together now.
Miss Mary J. Blige.
Dang.
You got some Mary J. Blige?
Yes. Went on to win 9 Grammy Awards. She's always known for her signature boots.
Yes.
Mary
There
J
you go.
has the flyest boot game in the industry. Show me anybody better, and I'll give you $1,000 because that woman boot game is crazy. But her personal journey and
Yes.
story that has been kind of public. Her relationship with KC from Jodeci, and the things that she went on to accomplish after pulling herself up from just a little girl from the projects, and was able to most recently come out of a terrible divorce, and was able to persevere. And I just admire her. I feel like at certain points in my life, her music got me through some things. So she's very near and dear to my heart, and so that's my girl MJB. And I tried to do old throwback 1990s ponytail and
See,
some boots,
she brought it.
Came
and
through.
some little shorts.
Yeah, I don't think Winnie's gonna
So-
wear these boots. But
No, that
she's
the
not.
look is yeah, that's Holly Rock, except for the earrings. So yeah,
Great
so
job, lady.
Yes.
I love it.
tried to
Thank
follow
you.
your rules, mother.
Yes. Y'all did good. Y'all did good.
yes. So speaking of women in history,
Oh Lord,
since
here we
it's
go.
Thursday evening, I think it's a great time to do like a throwback Thursday.
I don't know,
Oh,
I don't know if we're ready
wow.
for this.
Yes.
Director
we're
was
ready.
laughing at our pictures earlier.
Oh,
So we're gonna start.
who's the first
We're gonna
slide?
start with the
Let's
lady
see.
who owns the show,
Woo!
Miss
Miss
Sean
Boo-Boo.
Dot Scott.
That's Dot.
This
Sean
picture.
Dot Scott.
Sean.
For us by us.
The sweater is tight, first of all. I
She
don't
can wear that sweater right now and still be
I
okay,
can
right?
rock that right now. But this photo says so much about me. A lot of people, they look at where you are in your life right now, but they don't know where you came from. At this time in my life, in this photo, I was a teen mom. And that smile that I had on my face, it makes me kind of tearful.
Yeah.
People always equate being, a teen parent or something like that as a struggle. I was happy. I was able to finish school and go to nursing school. So I persevered, but that smile I had on my face right there, I think I was 18 in that picture. And I had a whole kid at that time, but I was so happy.
That's
so
what's
happy.
up.
I
Wow.
didn't, I went through a lot, but I had a supportive family, and they made sure that
makes a
I,
difference.
became successful because they helped me out so much. So not only is the FUBU sweater tight,
To this day.
yes, it's a whole story behind that smile.
Yes.
love
Those
them.
colorful glasses that I seen Jodeci had on, so I wanted some of those.
And you had a moment at my house the other day. and
Yes,
today,
I still
so you
wear
still
them.
wear them.
Not the same glasses, but the
Right.
colorful frame.
Yes.
And that was my natural hair. My hair was so long, and I was just happy. It was just a great time in my life. So
Very
that's what
meaningful.
that's what
Very
that photo
much so.
symbolizes to me. Even though y'all might think it's a hot mess, I love it.
It's
Right.
beautiful.
It speaks
It's
volumes.
beautiful.
All right. So
That's
next
me.
on the list of the throwback.
All right.
Ooh.
what's
Paprier.
that?
Mm.
Woo! Sexy,
Man.
sexy.
Sexual
Oh.
chocolate.
She
Tried
had a
to
short.
tell you.
It's like
What
a
you
Toni
got?
Braxton
And
slash.
the feather earrings.
Tell us
Some
about
more
it.
So
haircut.
believe it or this is my signature look, y'all. I love a good short haircut, right?
Yeah.
So this was, you talked about throwing back. This was after, again, me being a single mom in Philadelphia. I was going out. It was the Black Affair at this party. And it was my first night out in a long time. This was my first year in residency
Oh wow.
in Philadelphia. And it was,
So
I
you
was,
were a single mom in your residency.
residency.
and so going through
Shout out to
call, it was tough, and this is one of the first nights that I could get out, and I was like, listen, I'm about to look cute. I thought I was cute right there.
Looked
y'all.
like she had an old curling iron.
Very hot.
Listen,
That
so
was
my
a hot
hair was
picture.
short.
She had some blue magic and a
You know,
curling
you
iron
remember-
in a dress, in a dream,
Yes.
in a dream, y'all.
In a dream of a good ass night.
So you see me trying to pop with the pink a little bit,
Yes. Little bracelet.
and the little feather earrings. You know, I
Okay.
had a good night that night, and I was feeling really good. And
What's that little bottle right there? Was that a bottle?
that's the
That's
water.
her Fiji
looks
water. That's
like.
her
I don't
Fiji
know
water.
why.
She
She
was
does-
still,
yeah,
she
she
was
doesn't
bougie
drink
back
It ain't
then.
alcohol.
mine.
She was
It
still
ain't
bougie
mine.
back then with the Fiji water before
Yeah.
Fiji water
It
was
wasn't
cool.
mine. It wasn't mine. But that was a good night. It was, man, call was crazy. If you know a doctor, please pray for us, please.
Especially in
And I mean,
residency, huh?
it was rough. That was a rough year for me. You know, I have
But you-
just got
you
out
had
of
a
a
good
bad
time.
breakup. Listen, so it was
Wow.
like that was a freedom night for me. And so,
Hey, free
Throwback.
being free.
man,
Yeah.
throwback
How old did you
Thursday.
say?
Yes.
Ooh, I'm not telling my age on this show.
In the picture.
Oh, we
your
like to
age
be at the
picture.
club. Shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, so she
Okay.
don't
I was at a-
know
no, I
her
was-
picture.
30, maybe. But the body's still cute though. Can we peep the
Right.
shape?
Can we like talk about that?
And if I
huh?
stand
Some
up,
things
listen,
don't
I ain't too far from
change.
it. I'm
Right.
not far
Some
from
things
it.
don't
Now, come on, I
change.
can still wear that dress.
Like
Let me
a
tell
fine
you that.
wine, a
That's what
fine
I'm
wine
talking
up in
about.
here.
Listen, I can still wear that dress. I have that dress. I can.
All right.
I can
all
still wear
right.
that
All
dress.
right, who's next?
All right.
Who's
So
the
next we
victim on the big
have
screen?
the lady of the house,
Oh,
Miss
so
Emma.
Come
Those
on.
are my pictures. I was 16, and I probably was 30ish, maybe not even 30. I was in my 20s. But this picture, of course, I was the debutante.
Oh,
In
debutante
my
ball.
debutante. I was 16, and you guys know John Covington, right? He was
Yes.
my escort.
Oh,
nice.
okay. So I'm
Wow.
coming together now.
But that was something that really changed the trajectory of my life as far as if you know what a debutante is, you're making your debut into society.
Mm-hmm.
So I learned a lot there. This picture here was a dark time, believe it or not. It was a very, so I was in my 20s. And that outfit it said it all. I mean, it was on. It's a two-piece jacket with the shorts. It was on the gold chain.
Right.
You guys don't remember that. If you don't have any 50s
I know the gold
people in
chain.
here,
Listen,
You
the
know
gold
what?
chain is like the little pillar armrest
Yes.
thing. That's what gave
Yes.
it away for me. I'm like,
I
I know
didn't
this
know
decade.
that was a debutante photo. I thought it was old J.C. Penney catalog, like a model shoot. Like, you remember those patterns your
do.
grandmother used to buy, the patterns to
Yes.
make you a good
McCall.
old
Yes.
McCall.
Yes,
I thought you
yes.
were like posing for McCall. I thought it was like a catalog, girl.
That's cute.
It's
That's her
it's
debut into
perfect. I thought it was
society.
like perfect.
yeah.
So-
And that, like I said, this was a dark time. So, in contrast to you, you had a nice picture. You said you were happy, even though I was smiling. It was a very dark time.
But you
And you-
persevered
you
and
I
made
come
it
through.
through.
persevered.
Yeah, you
It
come
was I was
through.
a single mom in that picture, and a lot of things going on relationship wise. So
Mhm.
I'm so happy I got through all of that.
All right.
Amen and amen.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, that's all the time we have for the show
No,
tonight. So I
no,
think we're good to
no.
go. Yeah?
It's one more
We got
slide
one
to
more.
go.
One
we're,
more.
not ready to cut yet. No?
Okay,
Oh,
go ahead.
Okay.
Keep that, roll that beautiful bean footage.
There we go.
Oh my gosh. Why the director gotta fall over though? Why the director gotta fall over?
Get it,
Unacceptable.
Holly.
And he's seen the picture before. That's even worse. He's seen it already before and still fell over.
Look at
So
those
listen, the pink
shoes.
frost.
Yes.
I'm not gonna say a word.
not saying a
So
word.
that I believe was 8th grade for me. So whatever age you are in 8th grade and you think you know what fashion is and you don't. You think you can wear pink frost and you
I
can't.
had those same earrings.
That's okay. See, I was trying.
I had those earrings.
I was trying. And in true Holly fashion, I will tell you that shirt was actually pajamas.
No way.
And so it's my pajama shirt. And I just threw on the frost
She was
for the school
very-
picture. And see, the collar's all fucked up and everything. Just a lot happening there.
Courageous.
That was when I had cut all my hair off for a variety of reasons.
Something was going on.
There's a different picture I couldn't find. I wish I could, because for a while there I had Prince hair with like a big perm, and it was like asymmetrical. It was really dope though for the time, because Prince. Listen, don't look at me like that. Never mind. Anyway, the other picture.
Just keep on explaining,
Right.
child, because we need answers.
Right, I know. When I sent the pictures out, I'm like, y'all gonna have some questions. She's like, I'm gonna save the questions for later.
But I'm gonna be good. I'm not gonna say a word.
I tried. All right, and then the other picture is, I think I might have been a freshman or a sophomore in high school, and I went to musical theater at
Oh,
Noel
so it was
Crest
a
Music Camp.
performance.
So that was a performance of West Side Story we did,
Oh, nice.
and
She had on
so
a skirt.
Love them
yes,
shoes.
and so we were doing the thing. Listen, I made the shoes myself. So they were some shoes I had worn to a dance, and then I like glued a bow on them so they wouldn't fall off while I was dancing, because in rehearsal they kept falling off my feet. So like
Designer,
I
better.
glued the bow on the bottom and then tied them up on the top so they wouldn't fall off. And yeah, I do love that picture though, because I look very joyous in that picture. And I remember that time in my life, and that going to music camp was something that would really moved me into an appreciation of the arts. And it's interesting. So
Did you ever go to band camp?
just music camp, because I can't play an instrument.
I thought
I
you
can-
had that
I
one
can
time
sort of
at
sing.
band camp story.
No, but I had some times at music
Sorry.
camp. So Dwayne Davis, for those of you who are from Grand Rapids or know some of the music scene, Dwayne Davis is a gentleman here in Grand Rapids. He directs the Grand Rapids Chorus.
Okay.
And I just saw him recently at the Symphony with Symphony of Soul, and he directed the choir for that. And it just brought back to me actually this memory of the years I spent at music camp, and the inspiration he brought to me, where like you, Free, or like you, Sean, I will like bust in a song and like twirl on somebody in the middle of a conversation at work,
Come on, Terrell.
because musical theater is everywhere, and it is what you make it. So make it part of your life. So that's the West Side Story toe tapping. That's before I knew how to do my hair and knew that a t-shirt was better than a towel, and that pink frost isn't the right answer for me.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
If I had a little trophy, I would give you the award
For the biggest
For the
come up.
most-
for the
Give it
biggest
all.
glow up.
Give it to her.
Baby,
Give it to her.
the side by side right now, you got the biggest glow up.
Give it to
Hands
Holly.
down.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hands down.
I will take it. I will take
That's
it.
it. Oh gosh.
Right. That's so crazy how we evolve as women, how our
Man.
styles change, our hair, our taste in clothes, and things like that.
Yes.
So as you evolve, since you're the winner of
Okay.
the award,
Okay.
and now that you're a woman of a certain age,
Yes. Yes,
now,
I
we
am.
all are.
Yes.
What do you kind of shy away from that keeps you from looking matronly?
So matronly has become a very negative connotation
Really?
over the last, I would say, couple of decades. I think it used
Okay.
to be that matronly was like, that was a sign of
It was
maturity
sophisticated and
and
mature.
sophistication. And I
Mhm.
think when people hear matronly now, they think kind of dowdy and frumpy.
They do. I do.
But I think that all of us have
I
a
do.
real clear sense of
I do.
style
Mhm.
that fits us and our personality. So to me, to dress as a grown woman now, something what you were saying, Free, about knowing who you are and being that person in every space that you are in,
Mhm.
and your appearance is a reflection of that. And so when it comes to style, it's like I need people to know who I am, and that's who I reflect myself to be.
Yeah.
But
So
is there anything like you shy away from though?
Listen, I shy away from Fashion Nova.
Fashion Nova? Fashion Nova makes you feel matronly, or you just
I
shy away?
I shy away from it because
Okay.
that's not for me. That's for my daughter, who is a teen person, or someone who's coming up and younger and still trying to figure out who they are. I'm not trying to show too much. Okay, don't get it twisted.
I'm waiting for a shipment right now. Fashion Nova.
Well, maybe that's about. Maybe I need to look. Okay, so maybe I shouldn't have bashed Fashion Nova. But I just think that I need to dress for who I am, and I shouldn't be shopping at the same stores my daughter is shopping at. My 16-year-old, my 18-year-old, I shouldn't be shopping at them same spots.
Okay.
I'm sorry, away from CJ Banks.
Oh, that's matronly.
Ooh.
See?
That's
CJ
matronly.
Banks. You know, they have those Christmas sweaters every year.
Do you win the contest?
And you can go in there, and some people really like that store, but that would make me feel matronly. You know, the grandmas of today, even yourself, we don't look like the meemaws of our past, or even want to call it a meemaw. Like, who is doing meemaws? A mama. Oh, anything with an O. You know, we're not doing
can't edit the AW.
Like, what is that? You know, we G's and, you know.
Glam.
Yeah.
She's just got her whole first name. I'm Renee.
That's,
Get it together.
that's cute. Grenade.
Grenade.
That's a nice fit.
Grenade.
Grenade.
Okay.
Like
Cute.
that.
I like it.
Cute.
Cute. Now, I would disagree on that. I do shop at some of the stores my daughters shop at. However,
My daughters might be younger than yours.
our taste, we have different tastes.
Yes.
I will shop. I mean, I think my daughter even encouraged me to shop at Fashion Nova,
Nova.
and I found some things
Fashion
there.
Nova, I apologize.
Right, you might be
My
messing up a good
Listen,
endorsement.
I
or
am
something,
judging you
child.
on what
You
my
know I
daughter
love
has
the Nova.
purchased, and I should not do that. I will go online tonight and do my
you better
own
make up.
research.
My dress from the photo shoot was Fashion Nova.
Wow.
Mine
That
was
was
too.
Ashley.
See?
That's good. Well, y'all did come through on that photo shoot.
I think, I agree with you. You have to wear fashion that fits you and your personality. I know some things I will not wear. I don't try to be trendy or want to be trendy. Some things I will do, but I try to stay more of a classic,
Classic look.
And I just don't follow. Yeah, I just don't follow what everybody else is doing.
Yeah, she's a whole debutante child.
She has set the trends, not follow the trends.
She always has. I tend to shy away from like a blouse. The word, first of all, blouse. Well, let me tell you about this particular blouse.
Okay.
If I take this jacket off, it's like sleeveless
Okay.
with a little bow on the side.
Right.
But I mean like a blouse that you got to tuck into
Button
your
up.
pants and button up.
Like I
and
have on.
it might have a pocket and a collar on. A whole blouse, just always
not
makes
it.
But I have them though, because you might have to go to a job interview or something. You have to put on a blouse. But every time I put one on, I'm like, ooh,
This blouse.
this blouse, child. Ooh, I don't know.
Blouse thing.
I don't know. But if you put a little, let me tell you how to go day to night in a blouse. Put a little cami on underneath the blouse. So you go to the job interview, and then you might want to go to happy hour with your friends, and you have a whole cami with a little lace on the top of it. Take it off, put your blazer back on.
You got it.
And ready
Good to go.
Day to night.
So, yeah, day to night if you have to do the whole blouse situation. So, yeah.
All right.
Yes. So before we get out of here, we only got a few minutes left, guys. Check the watch. We want to get our audience involved in a little game because we have a prize to give away.
Prizes.
I don't know if it'll work out for our audience member. Remind me of his name.
Don.
Right. Because it's actually a braid hairstyle from
I would
Braids
love
by
to see
P.
it, Don.
Don, I really need you
Yeah.
to win this. I need you to win this.
Maybe
By
that's
you being an
someone he can
older
give it.
white gentleman, distinguished gentleman, I don't know if you want any cornrows going to the back.
Or to the side.
But if you do, let's go ahead and get into this
Just
little
give it
game.
to Don.
Right.
Just give it to Don. Don might have a whole little brown sugar situation going
Right.
on
We
at
don't know
home.
about
so-
Don's life like that.
Right. Anyway, so we want to give away this hairstyle by Braids by P. If you see in our social media pages, the audience member that gets the majority of these questions right by a raise of hand will win this gift. So the game is called Two Truths and a Lie.
Okay.
So we're all going to say two truths and one lie about us, and the person that gets the questions right, the most questions right, wins. So, Dr. Free.
Okay, these are my 3 things,
Things.
right?
Yes.
When I was in high school, I went to space camp. I learned how to whistle at 6 months, and I have 21 first cousins.
Raise a hand. Who knows which one is the lie?
Okay. Anybody else learn how to whistle at 6 months? She said. Anybody else?
She
Go
said
ahead.
space camp over
She
here.
said space camp.
Okay.
I couldn't hear. She wasn't on the mic.
Space camp.
Space camp.
Okay.
So
which one is the lie?
the lie is I have 21 first cousins.
See?
So
It
She's
is.
whistling at space camp at 6
So
months old.
I did actually go to space camp. It was my dream.
I believe you
to
went to
went
space
space
camp.
camp.
it was
I
a movie
did.
in the 80s. Space
I went
camp.
to
It was
space
amazing.
camp when I was in high school, Huntsville, Alabama. So that is true. The other truth is I did learn how to whistle when I was 6 months. How about that? So my mom kept hearing this sound. This is a story. I don't remember a day in my life that I didn't whistle. So my mom said she looked in the blanket. She would always hear this sound, and my babysitter told her like she whistles all the time. So I had my lips together, and she
Lord
opened the
Jesus,
blankets,
come
and I
on.
was just whistling. I was like, that's really crazy. But the 21 first cousins is a lie. I actually have 56. I'm one of 56 first
Dang.
cousins on my mom's side. So that doesn't even
Right.
include my
Okay,
dad's side.
Emma, what's
I have
your
56.
two truths and a lie?
Okay,
many.
so I played the piano for my church. I played Cinderella in a play,
You did that.
and I broke my leg when I was in 3rd grade.
Okay, audience. Which one is the lie?
Play piano for your church.
Anybody else want to take a guess? Before we do the right answer?
Broke her leg.
Anybody else?
That's it.
No, it's it. Broke my leg.
Okay. You got some
You
brains.
got 1 point on the board. you one step
Say, I'm
closer
ready
to
for
that
my brains.
hairstyle, child. Yes. Okay. So my two truths and a lie. I had a paper route as my first job. I had a stamp collection. I was kicked out of school for pulling the fire alarm, and my mom had to pay for the fire department for coming out. Which one is the lie?
That was a long story
Laura.
for the second one.
The second one is a lie, that I had a stamp collection. Anybody else?
That's obviously
That's
not the
Kanika.
answer, probably.
She agrees.
I agree.
I disagree. Her mom had to pay for the fire department to come out.
Yes, you're right.
Oh,
That was the
that
lie.
was the
My
lie.
daughter actually did that at Ottawa Hills High School. Pulled the fire alarm. I had to pay the fee for the fire department
How
to
much
come out.
was it?
$200.
Oh.
Wow.
But I
Hello?
did have a stamp collection, and my first job was a paper route.
Okay, little hustler.
Yes, I had 2 employees too. But go ahead.
Okay, all
What's
right,
your
all right.
two
So
truths and a
here
lie?
are my 3 things. I have never been arrested. I have never been. Sam, I've never been out the country. I have never water skied.
Mike's. Laura, take a guess.
Mm-hmm.
Got a water ski.
That's my guess.
Never been out the country.
Never been out the country.
What does Don have to say? Get your braids,
Got the
Don.
last
This is
one.
your
Might
last
as well say the
question.
last one.
Don, you don't want these braids? Come on now.
Out of the country, he says.
Out of the country. I have been out of the country, and I have water skied, and I have been arrested. Oh, maybe those are all truths then.
Oh.
Wait, no, I said I'd never been arrested.
Yeah.
So I have been arrested. So that was, dang, Myra. So that is the one that was true. Or, I mean, that was a lie.
So she.
Maybe they were all lies. Maybe I didn't do the game right.
So you got 2,
I think
right?
I said all lies.
Okay.
Well, help her
Oh.
go.
I'm going to try this again
Next
another
time.
time.
Next time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I think we still have a winner.
We
She
did
got
have
the
a
game
winner.
right. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Give her the mic so she
Wait a
can tell us
minute.
her name. And we have to get your information because you
We'll
won a
close it out.
hairstyle by Braids by Feet.
Hi, my name is Tanya Wilkins.
Hey, Tanya.
Hey, Tanya.
Well,
thank you for coming out.
Congratulations. Yay. All right, you guys. So thank you again for joining us for another episode of Ladies First. We're going to just go ahead and sign off from here. I'm your girl, Sean Scott.
Got Holly Rock, Holly Young.
Emma Johnson.
Dr. Afrier Randall.
See you next time.
All right. Thanks for
Bye-bye.
tuning in.
Bye.
Come and join our studio audience. Audience, let's hear you with some appreciation.
Woo!
Yes. Yes. I can't believe I got the whole game wrong.
Ollie, what happened?